Hello, everyone. This is Dave Robinson. I'm the Democratic candidate for Congressional District 2 out of South Carolina. Coming to you today to talk about my reasoning for running for Congress and also to continue this discussion with our constituents and everyone who will be joining me to fight for Congressional District 2 seat. Something that we need to change in, with something we need to be more representative of our district. That's the reason why I'm running. Everybody know that I have been fighting for 3 years to search for my son. That gave me a boost to do and fight and advocate for all missing Americans in this country. We have over 600,000 Americans that go missing every year in this country, about 3,500 a day. Almost 2,000 of which are children. It's a crisis that's been going on for a long time. Something that I feel very passionate about. Again, I have a missing son, geologist Daniel Robinson. Many of you may have known his story out there. And, you've seen the work that I have been doing to advocate for him and also for all missing Americans. And, my work continues because I want to find those solutions to the issue that we have, this whole big crisis that we have in this country. I will find those solutions, and I do have some that I would like to work on. Also, like I said, I'm a constituent. I'm a person who been living in South Carolina all my life, born and raised, and I know the issues that is very, very inclusive to South Carolina. I am a person that believe in the fact that if we have representation, it should be for every community in your district, not just those who are at the top. Every community deserves to be treated fairly, and we want to make sure their representations are there. Just like I did when I joined the military, I represented the United States. I realized as I was in Afghanistan fighting for this country, I joined something that's bigger than myself, and that's our U.S. Army. Something I'm very proud to have done. I raised my right hand to defend our Constitution, our way of life, our democracy. This is something that didn't end just because I retired out the military honorably, and it didn't retire or did stop at that point. It's something that's a continuation for a lifelong time. This congressional run that I have here is inclusive to my love for my country. Is inclusive to my when I raised my right hand and say I was going to preserve and to protect this Constitution and fight for our way of life. It's a lifelong journey. Also, I want to make sure that we are fighting to defend our democracy. We see our democracy being attacked in many ways in different directions. Make sure we're maintaining a democratic system of government, and also that we're supporting those who fought for that, and like persons like myself, these our veterans. Want to make sure our veterans are being taken care of. We're not going to privatize our VA system for gain and profit. Want to make sure that veterans get what they deserve and what we need. We have many needs. I'm like I said, I'm a retired military. I'm a wounded veteran, and I know a wounded warrior, and I know the things that veterans need and are. And I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to make sure that we receive those. Also, again, as a father, a person who have a missing son, and never in a million years would my family thought that we'd have someone missing our family. I love my son to death, and I know the pains and suffering that families go through when they have a missing loved one. And I want to make sure I do everything in my power to help all Americans bring their loved ones home and utilize the resources that are out there to make sure that happen. Also, to help law enforcement to do their jobs more effectively. we need to protect women's right, reproductive rights, make sure that there are health care benefits for and health care for victims of rape and incest. Make sure that the laws that establish and maintain women's reproductive rights are in place, and also that we eliminate states' effort to control a woman's reproductive rights. We want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to stand up for our women in this country that has been attacked for rights, because everybody deserves equal rights, whether it's equal pay. Women should have equal pay in the workplace for the same work, same pay, should be able to thrive in our working environment. Also, we want to make sure we're providing quality health care for our K through 12 students. I know when I grew up, again, in my district, South Carolina, you can look on one side of the district where the schools are doing very well. They are very, very well funded. But inside that same district, you look at the other side of that community in that district and see they're not doing so well. We was getting handed down books, but we want to make sure that every student are receiving quality health care. That means also that we are making sure that our teachers are being paid what they should be paid, and we're gonna have to fight for that to make sure our teachers are being taken care of in this growing economy. Also, and their needs. I want to make sure that they have trade and economic education for all students. Meaning that, hey, look, there's a lot of jobs that will be coming available because of the world changing and the dynamics. We definitely want to make sure that our students are prepared. Also, we want to make sure that we have affordable education for all, meaning that, sometimes children we have our dreams and aspirations to go to college, to continue our education after K through 12, and then the parents and the family, we have to worry about healthcare, education costs, how much it costs to put our students in school and college, and protect them, and we cannot do it a lot of times. So we want to make sure that the education is affordable, and also when students get into college and pursue their dreams, they're not being penalized for helping the United States grow, because education is growth for the country, is growth for our economy. Everybody is working in the economy, but we don't want students to be penalized because they're receiving a quality education, going to college, pursuing their dreams, and making this country greater and better. So we want to make sure that we actually are not make sure we're incentivizing, not hurting our students for gaining an education in our country. Again, we want to make sure we lower those costs. Also, lowering costs for healthcare and prescription drugs. We want to continue to do so. We're lowering our healthcare costs, are lowering our prescription costs. We want a continuation of that. Also, eliminating the opioid crisis in our country, just like the missing Americans crisis. We have an opioid crisis that has been devastating our country for years. We want to make sure we hold accountable those who are bringing those opioids into our country, and safeguard, again, go towards our key issue, and that's defending our democracy. Also, we want to safeguard our infrastructure. If that means that we have approved the ability and the technologies for K through 12 students to learn the ever-changing world. We're going to AI, from AI to some of the electric cars, to some of those systems that's out there. We want to make sure our students are ready to be competitive to the growing market, the growing world market. Also, we're going to make sure that our students are ready for those areas. Develop alternative energy solutions to make sure that we're doing our part to safeguard our infrastructure. That is still part of protecting our democracy. Our infrastructure is key. Recapturing the purity of our air, our water, and our land is very important for us to make sure that we have a place for our children to grow up in. I was a single parent, but also now I'm a current father of a young daughter, and I want to see her grow up into a world where she can actually live in. We can see how things are happening in our country, and that's part of defending our democracy, defending our infrastructure, by making sure we have things in place that will protect the world that we actually live in. Again, I'm David Robinson. I'm running for U.S. Congress, Congressional District 2, to U.S. Congress. I need your support. I want to go real quick to my webpage. You go to davidrobinsonforcongress.com, where you can actually support my campaign. And I say we support my campaign, you can be a part of the campaign. This is a website from the page. One way to support is to donate. It's very important. Every campaign needs donations. Donations will help me get my literature out, help me with campaign staff, make sure that we are competitive for November the 5th. Everybody know we are voting November the 5th. It is a presidential election year. We don't just need to just say, hey, we're going out to vote and not bring others along with us. We want to make sure that we are encouraging our loved ones to vote as well. Very important. Make sure that we all are getting out to vote together. Make sure we're standing up for democracy. Make sure we're representing those who have our best interests at heart. I have your best interests at heart. I'm wanting to listen to the constituents. That's why I'm having this forum here. I would be trying. My goal is to have it done every Friday at 8:30. But I having this forum because I want to hear from you. I want to be able to open up a dialogue with my constituents to say, hey, look, what do you want to see in your representation? What you want to see in your representative when you go to DC? A lot of times we get into office, we've been been in office for over 20, 30 years, building a dynasty for ourselves, and then we forget what the constituent was asking for. We're not representing every constituent. We're representing our own self-interest, and we're not talking to constituents because we are relying on the constituents to keep voting for us, voting us in, but we never see any changes. I talk to people all the time. We're looking for change. I know I was looking for change, and God blessed me to get in this moment in time to be that change. Sometimes you just have to be that change. So again, davidrossforcongress.com. Please go to the website, donate to my campaign, spread the word that let people know they have a different alternative, and you don't have to settle for the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different results. Of course, at the main page, on top of the page, at the home page, you have about David Robinson, and that is my mission and also my vision, the values, the listening action, and also inclusivity and diversity that we are bringing into the seat. You can also contact my campaign here, davidrossforcongress.com campaign, comment. Also, join the campaign. Again, I would love for you to join the campaign to be a part of this mission to bring some, like I said, representation for every community in our district. I definitely need you to join in with my campaign and be a part. I need a lot of volunteers. We know we're getting close. We're in the fourth quarter now. It's time to have volunteers. I need volunteers. Again, davidrossforcongress.com. You can also reach my campaign at the number 803-200-7994, 803-200-7994. Please join the campaign. Visit davidrossforcongress.com. We would love your help. We need your help. And don't forget, donate. Again, donate $5. You'll be surprised how much $5 will go, how far it will go to get our goal. Donate what you can. I truly appreciate your help. Thank you all for joining in and listening in. Again, like I said, I will be trying to do everything I can to every Friday at 8:30 p.m. That'll be Eastern Standard Time, and I believe that's 5:30 p.m. If you're out in the West Coast, and want you to join in. I want to talk to all my South Carolinian constituents and know what you want for your representation. And definitely join in, and we can talk about some of those things. I will bring up the chat section and hear some of your comments and respond a lot of your questions. But I want to tell you, thank you so much for being here from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate everyone listening in. I'm David Robinson, the Democratic candidate for Congressional District 2. I won 84% of my vote in the primary. I'm proud to say that, and I'm ready to do the work for the people. I'm ready to stand up for you. I'm ready to represent you. Thanks so much. God bless you, and I'll see you again on my next live and my next video. Thank you so much. My name is David Robinson. I'm a proud son of Columbia, South Carolina. I was raised on the Southern values of faith, family, and treating others as you would like to be treated. I believe in the power of a handshake and the strength of one's word. As a single parent, I faced the challenges of making ends meet firsthand. When I heard the call to serve, I knew I had to act. I served my country where I learned that we are all in this together, regardless of race, color, or politics. Whether it was in Afghanistan or Arizona, I saw the power of cooperation. Now, I'm ready to bring that same spirit to Washington. Our nation's future depends on our ability to work together and focus on the bread and butter issues that matter most to everyday Americans, not sowing seeds of division. This November, when you cast your ballots, remember, it's about more than just politics. It's about sending someone who would truly represent all South Carolinians. I am David Robinson, and I approve this message.
When the lights and camera turn off, I will be here. When the interest and conversation fade, I will be here. When there's no one around, a father will do anything it takes to be there for his son, to protect his family.
Without these special people behind me, I wouldn't have a church.